There are two different ways of getting video into a web page or a post. And while they're very similar, the differences are significant. So the first one is where I'm just going to take a video that I've already uploaded to my media library and stick it into my page. So I'm going to type in a slash and just type in video, and you can see it's already showed up. The video block is right here. And now I am going to click on the media that I want to use, and now notice it just shows you the 3 videos, not everything in the media library. And for this, I am going to use this video right here, which is a nice little video of a geyser in Yellowstone National Park. Now that's enough of the video. I can just stop it like that. Let's look at the toolbar here for the video. And there isn't a whole lot going on. We can make this full width, or maybe not quite as full. These choices over here in particular, these are going to depend on the theme that you're using. Most themes do support this, but not all do. Almost all themes are going to support left, center, and right. So I want to do the wider width, the wide width, and that's fine. And if I just say I don't like this at all, I want to replace this with another video. I'm just going to go into my media library, and let's just change this to over here. That's what I want. Notice there's no alternative text like there was with image because it's just not necessary or not possible with a video. And I also can put in a little caption underneath my video if I want, just like I could do with image. So one thing you want to pay attention to is this little thing right over here. We're going to click on this. To make your videos accessible, you want to consider having a text captioning that runs across the bottom of the video that will let readers read the words spoken out loud. But I'm not going to do this now. I'm going to do this in another video showing you more in detail how to add text captioning to a video. All right, so that's one kind of way of adding your videos into pages. The other is totally different. The other is when we're going to use a streaming service like YouTube or Vimeo or anything for that matter. So let's see how this is going to work. I already have such a video right over here. I'm using Vimeo. It's a streaming service that's like YouTube, only better. And you can do what I'm about to show you with any video, anywhere, so long as the author or creator of that video allows you to freely distribute their work. All you have to do is just copy the URL, which I just did. I highlighted it and copied it and bring it over here. Now, I'm going to show you something that you don't need to do before you actually do it. So for this, I'm going to go to the inserter. See where you can see my blinking cursor, and I'm just going to go to the inserter. I just want to explore for a second a host section down here called embeds. And you can see you can embed all kinds of things. Twitter feeds and YouTube videos and on it goes. Vimeo, tons. There's tons and tons of blocks already in WordPress that you don't have to do anything. But here's what my point is. You don't have to click on the Vimeo, okay? All you have to do is just paste in that URL, and WordPress will automatically recognize this as a Vimeo embed. And there it is. So what do we have? Now this toolbar is pretty similar, not exactly the same because this is not really the video block. This is the Vimeo block. And again, I can do this kind of thing, make it bigger, go across the screen. I think I'm just going to leave it center like this. This is kind of good. Now, both of these have their own settings. That is, if I click on the video and I go over here to the cog, which is the settings, you'll see that I am in the video block and I have a whole bunch of settings here. Now, I'm not going to fool around with these. I'm just going to keep the defaults just the way they are. If I wanted to have an image that was on top of this video, like the first image that you would see, that's the poster image. So I'm not really sure what this is over here. We're going to just leave the preload stuff alone, okay? All right, and then over here, this is a different kind of block. It's a Vimeo block. They don't really give you a whole lot of choices over here. I would just leave it the way it is over here for smaller devices. One thing you might be asking is, well, how do I make this smaller? Because this is really big. Can I just grab onto like those handlebars that you could do with images? The answer is no. But what you can do, and what is the most likely thing you'll be doing, is putting this into a column or into the text and media block. And you'll see that that's a way that you can control the size a little better in case you just don't want to have them go all the way across the page. So again, two different ways of doing this. One is to upload your video and bring it in from your media library. And the other is to use a streaming service like I did over here with Vimeo. I recommend, if you had to make a choice between the two, that you use the streaming service because that's their business. That's what they're set up best to do. You'll find if you upload large video files that there might be restrictions as to how big a file size you can upload, and that could cause some problems, and that your web host may just not be the best kind of server to use to stream video. So just keep that in mind.